Empathy is often talked about as if it's something people are either born with it or without. Some people are described as naturally empathetic, while others are labeled as cold or emotionally distant. But the truth is much more encouraging. Empathy is not just a personality trait, it's a skill, and like any skill, it can be strengthened with practice. Think of empathy like a muscle. If you never exercise it, it becomes weak. But if you use it intentionally every day, it grows stronger, more natural, and more automatic. In relationship, empathy is one of the most powerful abilities you can develop. It allows you to understand what another person is feeling, even when they don't clearly say it. It helps you respond with care rather than reaction. And it creates the emotional safety that healthy relationships need to grow. So the question is not whether you have empathy. The real question is, are you practicing it? Let's look at a few simple daily exercises that can help strengthen your empathy muscle. The first exercise is intentional listening. Most people listen in order to respond. While the other person is speaking, they are already thinking about what they will say next. But empathy requires a different kind of listening. It requires listening in order to understand. When someone is talking to you today, try this simple practice. Slow down your mind and focus completely on what they are saying. Pay attention not just to their words, but also to their tone, their facial expressions, and the emotions behind the message. Ask yourself silently, what might this person be feeling right now? This small shift changes the entire quality of your interaction. The second exercise is emotional labeling. Many people struggle with empathy because they have never learned to recognize emotions clearly. When someone expresses frustration, disappointment, or sadness, we may dismiss it or misunderstand it. A powerful empathy exercise is to begin identifying emotions more consciously. For example, if a friend says they had a difficult day at work, instead of immediately offering advice, try acknowledging the emotions first. You might say something like, that sounds really frustrating. It seems like that situation made you feel unappreciated. Something like that. When people feel emotionally understood, their stress often decreases immediately. They feel seen, they feel heard, and that emotional validation strengthens relationships. The third exercise is perspective shifting. Empathy grows when we intentionally try to see the world through someone else's eyes. When you find yourself disagreeing with someone, pause for a moment and ask a simple question. If I were in their situation, with their experiences and their pressures, how might I see things? You don't have to agree with someone to understand them, but trying to understand their perspective expands your emotional awareness and reduces unnecessary conflict. Perspective shifting is especially powerful in romantic relationships, friendships, and family interaction. Now let's move to the fourth exercise. The fourth exercise is micro moments of kindness. Micro moment of kindness. Empathy is not only about understanding feelings, it is also about responding in a way that shows care. Small actions matter more than we often realize. A thoughtful message, a few minutes of undivided attention, or a sincere how are you really doing? A sincere how are you really doing can create powerful emotional connection. These small moments communicate something very important. Your feelings matter. When practiced daily, this movement strengthens emotional trust between people. Finally, the fifth exercise is self empathy. This may sound surprising, but people who struggle to empathize with others often struggle to empathize with themselves. If you constantly judge your own emotions, suppresses your feelings, or criticize yourself harshly, it becomes difficult to understand emotions in others. Self empathy means acknowledging your own emotional experiences without immediately dismissing them. When you understand your own feelings better, you naturally becomes more sensitive to the feelings of others. Empathy is not about being perfect, it's about being present. Every conversation, every interaction, and every relationship gives you an opportunity to practice it. The more you practice empathy, the stronger your emotional intelligence become. And as emotional intelligence grows, the relationships becomes healthier, communication becomes easier, and conflicts become more manageable. Empathy transforms the way we connect with people. And like any other muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Start with small daily practices. Over time, they can create a powerful changes in how you understand and relate to the people around you. Have a great day. General, subscribe and follow for more videos on empathy and relationship issues. Bye bye.